Okay, today we're going to make split pea soup. I have been craving it. We're going to make it the simple version. We're not going to add a lot of stuff to it. And I have a ham bone left over from Easter, I believe. And there's a lot of ham on it, so I might make a ham and cheese pot pie or the combination, freeze it. Then I can put it in a pie later. That's kind of my thoughts. I have some sweet onions. They're supposed to be sweet, but they're really spicy. They have to use up, and I'm going to prep the rest of them for the freezer because they're on their last legs. So let's get started, and then we'll see if you guys like split pea soup. I love it. All right, so we're going to, first of all, we're going to get the onions done because it just makes sense to me. So these are the onions left over that are supposed to, where's this? Be sweet Vidalias. I don't know if you can see that, but if you can't, so sweet Vidalias, but they're a little bit spicy, so, and like I said, they're going on their last leg, so we are going to prep these. I'm going to get a bowl out. Sorry if that was noisy. For the onions I'm going to use for this split pea soup. But let's see what we got ourselves into here. I have to rethink this. We're going to do the littlest one first. See how it looks? Can you see that? So we're going to cut it, and then I'm going to rinse it, and then we'll go from there. So cut the end off. And see, this outer layer is kind of nasty. I have to wash our board a couple of times, y'all, in between. And what I'm going to do, you don't want to cut this off, what's it called? This end off, because once you cut that off, you're going to really tear up. But I think it's going to be easier for me to clean this if I cut it in half. So bear with me. At least you guys don't have smell. This is when you don't want smell-o-vision. 90% of the time when I'm cooking something, I'm like, oh, I wish we had smell-o-vision. This one, you're less like, nah. So the other thing is try not to breathe it in. Try not to sniff a lot, because that's when you get it into your nose. Oh, that's not too bad. And that's when you start tearing up. You start crying. So if you start feeling like you're getting it in your nose, turn your head away like this and take a deep breath. Clean your nose out, and then come back and try not to breathe anymore if you can. Try to keep your face as far away as you can. Okay, good. So let's get rid of this. Now, I'm throwing it away because it's dirty. You don't always have, you can rinse that off and put it in your soup. Make your soup base for your vegetables. Remember we talked about that? And see, see how my board is dirty? I don't like that. Just wipe that off. Yuck. All right, so then I'm just going to get these chopped up. Watch your fingers if you're using a knife. You make sure. Some of you are a little too young, but Dean and Elsie are getting older. They can start helping out in the kitchen, but you have to have a parent help you with this. You are not allowed to use knives if your parents are not right there. Your parents might say you're still a little too young for that, which I don't know. I think Holly's kids, Dean and Elsie, and even a little bit of Rosie Posey, are pretty intelligent children and pretty responsible. Elsie, I know Elsie likes to cook, because whenever I'm there, I'm like, I'm going to cook. She's always, can I help? Can I help? She's the sweetest little thing. They all are, but so get this chopped up. For our soup. Perfect. in our bowl. That's a lot of onions, but we're using a pound of split peas. And I like it chunkalicious. I want chunky soup, and then you have it with like a piece of bread or a biscuit. Or scoop it with tortilla chips, which I have some red quinoa tortilla chips. I don't have any regular tortilla chips. Ooh, that's spicy. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so I cleaned the celery that's on its last leg too. I'm gonna prep some of this too and those. But we're gonna use the oldest stuff in the soup because it's gonna cook down anyway. So see, some of it kind of looks like it's on its last legs. I cleaned them the best I could. So we're going to use those, and I'm going to say we're going to use these. So I don't like big chunks of celery. I prefer not to have big chunks of celery. So I'm going to cut these down the middle, and you could even cut these like in 3 like this and get more of a dice out of it. You don't have to. If you like big celery, you do you, boo. It don't matter. This is going to be perfectly fine for the soup. I might need to sharpen my knife. Right, so now we're going to get these chopped up, and you can do them however you want. I'm going to do like a rough dice, I believe. Oh, come on. He's like, don't cut me! Don't chop me, please. Alright, I'm going to do that because with it being a root vegetable, it could get a little squirrely and I don't want to cut myself. So we'll just do these in 2 batches. Oh my god, it's probably driving some of you nuts watching to see me do that. Like, oh my gosh, she's gonna cut her thumbs off. Oh, the knife isn't that close to my fingers. Turn our bowl back over here. Carrots in there. Okay, that's good. Now we need to sort through our beans. So, got our bowl here, and let me grab a strainer. These are our beans that we're going to use. They're just from Walmart, split peas, a 1-pound bag. I don't know if you can see that, hopefully you can. So we're going to cut these open, and we're just going to go through, which I need a pair of glasses. Where are my glasses? There's no way I'm going to be able to see a stone with this. Let's put those in there. Put my glasses on. So now I'm just going to kind of look through here, make sure I don't see any stones. I have never found a stone, but there's always going to be that one time. And, you know, I work in dentistry, so we don't want any broken teeth. Oop, okay, there's a bean in there. But, oop, I'm making a mess. There's a bean. That's what we're got to kind of... Oop, there's another one. So we're going to kind of go through the... Alright, so we're just going to rinse these off. Don't mind my little dishes right here. It's just my Halloween cups. I got them out of the attic and I wanted them washed so I could start using them. Like 40-ounce tumblers. And I think I have some 16-ounce for my coffee. I'll show those to you if you want. I think you might be interested. It is fall. September... Oh, what was today? September 14th, I think today is a Sunday. There. Okay, so those on there to drain. Alright, so this is our ham bone and our ham. So I'm going to show you I have a lot in here. But I got to get this trimmed up because I need the ham bone to start everything, the process. So this is our ham. It's pretty good. Look at that bone. See, there's a lot of meat on this bone. And then I have this. So, my thought is, maybe I should just cook the bone like that. Y'all. Cook that down. Cut this up for the pot pie, but hindsight, I mean, can you see all that bone, that meat? Oh, that's gonna be so good, y'all. Well, let's wait and see. I'm still gonna get this cut up. We can do that actually right now. Let's do that. Let's get that cut up. We're just gonna do a dice. All right, so we need to start sauteing the vegetables first. So we're going to use a wooden spoon. I like to use wooden spoon, spatula, whatever you want to call it. We're going to throw some butter. Butter makes everything better. And we're going to do a little bit of avocado oil. It's probably about total fat, I would say about 2 tablespoons total fat. We're putting on our large burner on number 4. We're going to let that warm up. I'm going to grab the garlic out of the refrigerator, the garlic. So we got some garlic here. We're not going to put that in yet, but I want it ready. Put the lid. Oop. It helped if I put the pan on the burner, huh? Butter over here out of the way. Anybody watch football yesterday? Watched a little bit. None of the games are really what I wanted. I really wanted to watch the Michigan State Youngstown game. I just had to kind of follow it on my phone, which is fine. That's per power of the course, usually what I have to do because I'm too cheap to pay for TV. But I watched, who did I watch? I watched the Tennessee game for a little bit. I forgot about the West Virginia game, but I don't think that was on regular TV for me to watch anyway. I did forget about that, to be perfectly honest. My salt out, taking my bay leaves out. Okay, we'll come back in just a minute after this gets heated up. All right, so that's melted. Ooh, sorry, shaking. Make you sick. I'm sorry about that. All right, then we're gonna throw in all of these. All of it. I want all of it. We're not leaving any of it behind. So we're getting that in there. We're not going to put our garlic in yet, but we are going to build up the flavor. So we're got that mixed up. Now we're going to put salt and pepper in. I'm going to try not to hit my spoon on that. You guys need to remind me to stop doing that. So we got salt. And some pepper. Coarse black pepper, because I like it coarse. I want a piece of pepper in my mouth. People don't like that. Some like it fine. Do however you want it. Oh my god, y'all. That smells amazing. Okay, yes, we only have it on 4. We don't need it on high. We're not in a hurry. But we're going to leave that to heat up, become translucent. And you know what? I probably should throw the bay leaves in there. Oh, these are like pieces. That's okay. Can't help it. I'll just throw them all in there. Okay. Alright, so it's starting to get a little bit translucent. That's good. It's been cooking for about 5 or so minutes. Ooh, I see a celery thing in there. What's that? Alright, so then the next step, we're going to add our peas and our garlic. So let's get that. There's our peas. And all the peas. And then I'm going to add a cup of peas later. So this is 2 cups, the 1 pound bag that I showed you. But I'm going to add another half a bag later because I don't want them all to be mushy and cooked down. And then I need a fork to put our garlic in. A little bit more. So I would guess I'd be maybe 3 cloves of garlic. Depends on what size cloves of it are, I guess, that you have. I would go with 3. We're going to get this mixed in. You can see how the peas have already started blossoming. I think that's what they're called, blossoming. From washing them, from getting them wet. That in there, all mixed up. Make sure it's good and mixed. I'm really excited about this. Okay, and then we're going to make a hole for our ham bone. You don't have to make a hole, but that way you know that it's not resting on top of the vegetables, possibly causing it to burn or anything like that. And we're going to lay our ham bone in there, just like that. Hands off. And then we have to cover it with broth, which I have 3/4 of this reduced vegetable broth. I used it the other night. I made some chicken, feta, spinach, sausages over some root vegetables. So this is what was left. I'm doing that, and I'm going to fill this back up. It's just a bit in there. I don't know if you can see. Anyways, we're going to let this come to a boil. Then I'm going to taste test it. Just a little sip, see if we like, if we need to do anything to it. But this is probably going to take a couple of hours. But we're going to bring it to a quick boil first, and then we're going to lower it to a simmer. Alright, so it's starting to come to a simmer. We still want it to come to a full boil. I thought I would show you. See, it's coming to a simmer there. See everything starting to move. Stir. Make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom. We have it on a medium heat right now, just to get it up to that boil. And my lid has holes on it to release the pressure, so I do have it lined up with the openings because I don't want it to boil over in case I walk away because I'm doing other things. I just got done feeding the hummingbirds. Yes, the hummingbirds are still here even though we're almost to the middle of September. I noticed them out there, and I haven't changed it because, you know, I was gone last week, or the week before last. So I just changed all that, and I'm kind of rearranging things, making room for fall. But we're going to leave this alone for a little bit. As soon as it comes to a boil, I'll show you, and then we'll reduce it. All right, looks like we're coming up to a boil. We're going to take the lid off of it. Set that aside. My dishes over here, y'all. So we're going to let this finish coming up to a boil. Now, see this on top? It's called something. It's like a sledge or something. You can scoop that off. But we're still in the prime of getting all the flavors and everything to kind of meld together and cook through and XYZ PDQ. You know, we've got to start stripping off some of that yummy ham to go in here, or we could still use our diced ham we have over here. But you can definitely scoop that off. See? You can just scoop that, just put it over there. But it's not necessary. Sometimes that's good stuff. I'm just doing it for this video purpose. I probably wouldn't do it. I can't remember what it's called, but it's not going to hurt you. There's nothing in here. All this, you just saw me cut it all up and rinse it and do all the things. There's nothing in here that's going to hurt you. I don't know why I'm stirring this. I shouldn't be doing this. I should be leaving it alone, come to a boil. It's a thing. All right, we'll come back. All right, so we're at a boil. So now we're going to turn it down to number 3. And we're going to let that simmer. And like I said, you can take this off if you don't like it. But it's nothing that's going to hurt you. I mean, if we were boiling chicken and you get that on top, I would say yes, we need to scrape that off. But this is mostly all vegetables. This ham bone's already been cooked once. That's not going to hurt you. But you can get rid of it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Now we just have to let it do its thing. So it's simmering down a little bit. I'll put it down to 2. We're just going to leave it alone for a little bit. We'll be back. All right, so it's starting to relax and come to a simmer, and that's what we want. I just want to show you that real quick. We'll come back. Okay, we're going to do a quick taste test. Spoon. I just want to taste the broth. It's not bland, but it does need a little something, something. So we're going to add in this little bit of chicken broth that I have. We're just going to use the rest of it and get it out of the cupboard. You don't have to use the chicken. I just had that. I don't think I have any vegetable. I mean, I used to. I don't think I do, though. It doesn't matter. We already got meat in this. It's not like this is not vegetarian. But this can totally be vegetarian. You can use, especially if we would have saved all those parts. We made our own vegetable stock. That would have been bomb. All right, I'm the only one eating the soup. I'm not giving it to anybody else, so I'm using the same spoon again. Oh, better. Needs pepper. Needs pepper. Pepper, just a chop, not too much. And now we're going to leave it alone to do its thing. All right, it's simmering away. Away in Dixieland. What's that song? Away, away. Down in Dixie. What name of the song? Away, away, whatever. We gotta look it up. Now that we started it. Look at that bone. Bad to the bone. Hey. Back and check out a little bit. I just want to come back and share something real quick. And I had an epiphany about something. Do you see the color starting to change from those peas? And of course, you know, we're going to use our submersible blender in a little bit later. But I just wanted to show you, or I don't know if you noticed it, that the color is starting to change because the split pea soup is supposed to be green. But I thought, ooh-wee. You say ooh-wee? Ooh-wee. We need a little bit of spice. So we're going to put some crushed peppers in here. 1 pinch. 2 pinches. Yum, yum. And we're going to let that all... I just remember we need some spice. We need some woo-wee. Come on. Jameson knows how to say it. Woo! Let's hear it. Let's hear it for the boys. Hear it for the boys. All right. We'll come back. So, it smells amazing. You know what I have on right now? I don't know how it came across. Oh, I think I looked because I couldn't remember if I had to saute the carrots with everything, which I did, so I had to look it up real quick earlier before I even started. But now everything about split pea soup's come across my YouTube channel. How weird is that? But anyways, I have Jean-Pierre. I think it's Jean-Pierre. It's not Jacques Dupont, but I think it's Jean-Pierre. And he's hilarious. You guys gotta look him up. Jean-Pierre on Split Pea Soup. He's freaking funny. And you should see how he cut his carrots. They look like flowers, but he calls them wheels. He calls them wheels. They look like flowers to me. But anyways, this smells amazing. You should take a taste. Let's take a little bit of a taste. I'm still using the same spoon because it's just me eating it. Ooh. Oh, you can smell this. You can smell. You can taste that spice from those crushed peppers I put in. Divine. This is going to be so good. We'll be back. All right, so we're about a couple hours in. You can see how the ham is shrinking off the ham bone, but it's clearly not going to come off, which is fine. It don't have to be. So, but we're going to leave it in here because we want this to reduce down a little bit more. Ooh, look at that. That's beautiful. And we're going to use our submersible blender to get this even more green and creamy. But we have at least, I would say, 45 minutes to an hour at least. Oh, you know what? We should try it. I'm still using the same spoon, but you shouldn't do this if you're going to cook for other people, but it's just me, so I don't care.
Everything smells very aromatic. And after the onion, I am going to add like a half teaspoon to a full teaspoon.
Yeah, the peas aren't gone. At least another 45 minutes to an hour. And we're going to turn our heat up to a medium low. We're putting on 5. It's on number 5. You can come back. The flavor is beautiful. And then, but we're going to pull that ham bone out in 45 minutes. And we're going to use our submersible blender a little bit. Or a mash. No, I think submersible blender would be good. Then we're going to add in all that ham. Yes, we are. Don't worry about that cream mushroom soup. I was going to use that if we did the ham pot pie, but we're not going to. We're going to use the ham in this. So we'll be back. And share. Look, it's really turning green. Look at that. It's getting mushy. Beautiful. If you can hear that in the background, I'm just watching Southern Frugal Mama. Brooke. Love her. And then she introduced me to her Auntie Vicky and her sister. What's her sister's name? Brooke and... Oh, she has 2 sisters. One passed away. Oh my God, I can't think of her sister's name. Anyway, she introduced me to all of them. Aunt Vicky is really getting into cooking lately. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about split pea soup. And it is coming together. Look at it. Oh, this is going to be delicious. Can we say delicious? Delicious. Deliciosus. So good. But I just wanted to show you it's turning colors. Which now I need to grab out another cup of peas. Well, I don't know. And then we gotta make sure we start taking these out too. These are the bay leaves. Nobody wants a mouthful of bay leaves. Nobody that I know anyways. We don't take them out right this second, but because of for sake of the video, we're just gonna start taking them out when we see that. Oop, right there. Oop, oop. Oh, right there. Oh. How many times do you say oop? Well, technically we can say it a lot. But so as we see them, we're gonna take out the bay leaves. Oop, there's one. Do we remember? We should have counted how many little pieces. Remember all those little pieces that we just threw in there? We just threw them in there. Ooh! Ooh, didn't I just see one? No. Seen, ooh. Another one. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 little pieces. Oop, there's one. You've seen whoop? You can say whoop. There it is. Whoop. There it is. Ooh. It's gonna be delicious. Yeah, let these cook a little bit more. And we're gonna use our submersible blender and we're gonna smooth it out a little bit. Now, I haven't made this. Don't make fun of your grandma. I haven't made this in 15, 20 years, maybe. I don't even think my kids ever had. I can't even remember my kids have had that. If my kids watch this, Elizabeth and Holly, do you remember me ever making a split pea soup? Because I'm pretty darn certain I would never have made this because I can't imagine they would ever have even thought about eating it. But, ooh, was that one? That's okay. We don't have to get it right this second. And it's funny that you have to remove well, they suggest you remove the bay leaves because nobody wants a mouthful of bay leaf. But they have crushed bay leaf that you can use to cook with, so you don't have to do all this. You'll pick it all out and whatever. I guess it's a mouthfeel thing. Anywho, we're going to leave this go for a little bit longer. And it's 12:37, so we've been at this for about an hour and a half. We've got football starting at 1 o'clock. So we're going to leave this go for a little bit longer. Reduce down. See how much it's reduced down? Maybe, what, a half an inch? You see it? Do you see that? It's about half an inch. Oop, you look at that. Just popped up right there. Woo-wee. Take that one out. So we're going to let this reduce down probably about, hopefully another half an inch. And we'll probably pull that ham bone out. And I'll get my submersible blender out. And we'll blend it up. And then we're going to add the ham. And I have to decide if I need to start soaking some more pea. So you get that bite of pea. Not necessary when you're having this. But I'm torn between doing it and laziness. So, yes, because sometimes your grandmas can be a little lazy. It's food and who cares? We'll see what I come up with. I'll be back. Look at this, y'all. This is really looking like bean soup. And we've gone down more. See, we're down here. Not quite to where I would prefer to be. But we're going to take our ham hock out the best that we can. Let's grab a... Ooh, I just sprayed that everywhere. Shazbot. Okay, I don't want to make a mess. I don't want this splash on me. It's going to, though, isn't it? I'm trying to rinse everything off. I don't want to get rid of anything. Okay, we're going to take that out. That's out. Clean off our tongs. Look at that. I thought I was going to have to use my submersible blender, but I don't think I'm going to have to. Still needs to reduce more, but I thought we're going to get the ham pieces in there. Alright, so let's get the ham in there. it hit. I don't know where it went. Right there it is. All right. So we got all that put in there. Woo-wee. Can we say woo-wee one more time? Woo-wee. That looks good. Now we have to decide. It's not reduced enough down enough for me. Bubbies. Bye, bubbies. I like a thick soup. But I don't know if you know this. I don't think I've. Oop, there it is. There's that one. There it is. Oop, there it is. Oop, is there another one? Right there, right there. See it? I mean, that's not going to hurt it. I mean, it's not going to hurt you if you don't get all the bay leaves out. But this is a good thing about having whole bay leaves available, which I probably do have it, but, you know, I was just being lazy. I got a mess over here. Don't look at my mess. Don't look at Grammy. Ooh. Look at. There he is. Look at that. Grab it. All right. That's another one. It's okay. But look at this. Is all coming together. It just needs to reduce more. Get thick. Oh, what I was going to say. If you want it really thick, if you're like me and you just want to be able to scoop it, the same with bean soup, you can add potatoes. Now, you could already have potatoes in there, already cooking down, and mush them, blah, 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 blah. But if you're at college and you don't have that, but in your pantry, which I'm really hoping y'all have one, you can use instant taters. Get instant taters. You can use instant taters to thicken that up. We don't have to do that because we're not in a hurry. But if I can't get this to the thickness that I want before I'm ready to eat it, because we have 9 minutes to game time, but we're not in a hurry. We're going to let this go. It's not sticking. We don't have any issues. And we got to let that ham heat up. Up. You say up, U-P, up. We're going to let that ham heat up. We're going to let this continue to reduce. Look at how much it's reduced. Can you see that? Ooh, doggy. Ooh, doggy. We're going to let this reduce a little bit more. You know what? I'm going to turn it on just a smidgen to number 4. And then we're going to come back. And I got to figure out what I'm going to eat this with. If I'm going to use bread. If I need to make some biscuits. If I want to use tortilla chips. Or maybe some garlic bread. I don't know. We got to figure that out. But we're going to let this reduce a little bit more. We still got time. It's a little early to be eating on a Sunday. We were taught that you had your Sunday supper between 2 and 3. That was your biggest meal of the day. And you cleaned it up, and then you might have a snack later. You know, I'm 56 years old at this point, 2025. I'm calling this Sunday supper, so really I'm trying to treat it as what we would do. And then later tonight we watch the Disney, not the channel, we have Disney Channel, but we call the Wild World of Disney, I believe it's called. And we were allowed to watch that for a little bit. We'd watch, it would be like, what is that? Return to Witch Mountain, or, oh my gosh, now I'm really picking my brain, and I have a lot of ums. But The Parent Trap, whatever animal thing was on there, but it was the Wild World, called the Wild World of Disney, if I'm remembering it correctly, or the Magic World of Disney, whatever it was. But we'd have a snack, which would be like popcorn or ice cream or whatever, and we get to watch that on Sunday night before we went to bed for school the next day. Just a little hindsight for all of you who don't know. And I didn't do that with my kids, but that was the life that we had when I was a kid. So we'll come back. We're going to, hopefully this will be done. Then we have to let it cool, and then we'll do a taste test. All right, so we're pretty much at the consistency that I prefer. But, sorry, this camera's shaking a little bit. I touched it. But, it's almost how I like it. Look at that. A little bit more. See how much it's reduced down? Can you see that? How it's under there? A little bit more, I think. We'll come back. Alright, I think we're good to go. I made a little bit of homemade Texas toast with some rolls I had in the fridge. We're going to get a bowl out.
And not only is it like a little mini oven, it's also an air fryer. Plus it has 15 plus other functions.
And we're going to need a spoon.
Features and the thing that I think is the coolest function of sous vide. It has this cool to
Oh, look at that, y'all. That looks delicious. And I can't watch the Lions game again. Ugh. That's what it is. Ain't nothing we can do about it. Ain't no sugarcoating it. Alright, I think that looks good. And we're going to put a roll in there. And that is going to be our lunch and dinner probably. So enjoy! Alright, this bowl is a little warm.
So it's sometimes hard to cook for 2 people, but with our sous vide, it is like perfect.
So let's try it.
Something that I love is that sous vide actually offers a 100-day risk-free trial, so you can try it out.
That's hot.
I'll have all the information down below for you in my description box. Okay, so are you making us dinner tonight?
Delicious. A bit of our roll. Just has butter and a little bit of garlic salt. Oh shoot, it's hot. Finger looking good.
And especially that last time, like I wish that it had been recorded because we but this one we're hoping to achieve that same satisfaction with a little bit
Yeah.
of simplicity.
Delicious.
It should be so simple.
The roll is good.
Pound of pasta noodles.
The soup.
Rotini is what we're going with.
And we're making this one in the 9x13 because we hope to have lots of leftovers for lunch this week.
So good for Soup-tember.
One of the
Soups of September.
chicken farm.
This split pea soup with ham and garlic bread to die for. You really have to try it.
Like we're always having the split. And it seems
Mm. So good. Extremely hot. Gotta let it cool down a little bit. Very good. You have to try it. To my bubbies, I love you so much. I hope you do try this recipe when you're older. You will really enjoy it. And you can tweak it. You can add potatoes. You can use red onions instead of what do you call it? Yellow onions. Vidalias is what I said, but they were too spicy for Vidalias. But red onions or leeks would be better, especially if you want a milder. You can't really taste the onions, in my opinion.
So then, you could put water in here, right? But
You can't really taste the onions, in my opinion. But leeks are milder, oniony flavor. But you definitely have to try this. You're gonna love it. To my bubbies, I love you so much. I hope you guys are doing well. You be good to your parents, okay? Grammys, we'll see you real soon. Take care of yourselves. Eat hearty.